Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 56th Annual Glendora Tartan Band and Pageantry Bandorama. My name is Dominic Glendora Superintendent of Schools, and this is Dr. Jennifer Prince, our Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services. Yes, please give her a round of applause. She'll have all the good jokes later. We are pleased to be your Masters of Ceremony for this evening's show.
Tonight we celebrate the best that is Glendora High School. You will see an amazing showcase of talent this evening. Your students have been working hard as a team over the past several months to bring you this performance. Please join me in supporting them. At this time, please silence your cell phones. I would also like to remind you there is no flash photography as it is very dangerous for our performers on stage. And now, your Glendora Bands and Pageantry. was The Fairest of the Fair by John Philip Sousa, the 2025 competitive street march of the Tartan Marching Band and Pageantry. Congratulations to this group on a very successful parade season. The Tartan Band and Pageantry proudly represented our community at numerous parades and band reviews throughout Southern California, winning numerous awards and recognitions. Parade competitions included the Azusa Golden Days Band Review, Loara Band Review, Chino Band Review, the Arcadia Festival of Bands, and sweepstakes at the Baldwin Park Holiday Parade, in which the band and pageantry were awarded a $4,000 grand prize. We would like to thank Mr. Gary Erick, retired band director and SCS BOA head judge, for his guidance and help over the past few years with our parade band. Mr. Erick, would you please stand and be recognized? You heard are dedicated to our percussion caption head, Maximilian Salce. Max marched with the prestigious drum corps, the Bluecoats. We are honored to have him on our staff, preparing our winter drumline for a successful winter season. And now I would like to welcome Glendora High School Principal, Dr. Amber Green.
Good evening and welcome to Bandorama. My name is Amber Green and I'm the proud principal of Glendora High School, and I'm so glad you're here tonight with us. Tonight I'd like to introduce members of the Glendora High School administrative team. Tonight we have Assistant Principal Mr. Rod Tilton joining us. Rod, thank you. And while they couldn't be here tonight due to the many athletic events that we have going on, I would also like to thank Assistant Principals Mr. Erick Bondurant and Mr. Brian Illarigi, who send their love and their support. So if we can give them a hand as well. Tonight is about celebrating the incredible musicianship and discipline our GHS band and pageantry programs carry. This is one of my greatest joys in being principal of Glendora High School. It's getting to witness the rehearsals and practices each day. I get to hear the bagpipes every afternoon at 3 p.m. and it is the highlight of my day. So I can promise you that you're in for something really special tonight. So sit back, enjoy, and thank you for supporting our students. And I will pass you back over to Dr. DeGrazia. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Green. It's now my pleasure to introduce special distinguished guests that we have with us this evening. Our school board president, Mr. Gary Clifford. Our school board clerk and birthday boy, Dr. Dan K.M. Happy birthday, Dr. K.M. And school board member, Monica Garcia. Monica. Thank you for being here and continuously supporting the arts. I would like to recognize our assistant superintendents. They are at other events this evening. Dr. Erick Osborne, our assistant superintendent of HR, Human Resources, and thank you, yeah, sure, let's clap for him. We'll give it back to him. And our assistant superintendent of business services, Mrs. Jeanette Walzak. And now, under the leadership of Pipe Major Angelica Fuentes, Pipe Sergeant Ethan Jaimes, and Drum Sergeant Samuel Tapia, the Glendora High School Pipe Band.
Glendora High School Pipe Band, everybody. Good evening, my name is Joe Cina, and I have the honor of serving as this year's booster president for the Glendora High School Band Boosters Club. On behalf of the boosters, welcome to the 56th annual Bandorama. Thank you. We're going to hear a lot of thank yous tonight because we're so proud of the support we get from all of you and from our district and everything, so I have several thank yous here. We extend our sincere gratitude to the Hall Performing Arts Center here at Citrus College for once again providing this wonderful auditorium for the Glendora community to take advantage of and watch these great shows. Tonight we gather to celebrate the dedication and discipline and countless hours of hard work put forth by our students, staff. The efforts have resulted in an outstanding fall season and a culmination of tonight's performance. Our heartfelt appreciation also goes to the Bandorama Committee, where their thoughtful planning, tireless effort, and exceptional coordination this evening wouldn't be possible without them, so we thank you. We are also deeply thankful for our generous sponsors who supported the program this season and for tonight's event. So please join me in thanking Athens Services, Glendora Walmart, Mrs. Sharon Hill, Mr. and Mrs. Sarah Ludwig, Affinity Painting Company, Los Angeles County Supervisor Catherine Barger, the Law Office of Douglas A. Freimer, and the many community members whose continued generosity helps elevate and sustain our Band and Pageantry program. With this partnership of our sponsors and the parents, through Bandorama, which is our largest fundraiser, the GHS Band Boosters Club raises upwards of $200,000 needed to help operate this program, nearly half of which allows us to contract with outstanding instructors that you hear more about. You've already heard some, and throughout the night. Also, additional funds support props, competition fees, auxiliary instruments, uniforms for pageantry, accessories, design, instruction fees, supplies, meals, which if you haven't seen a band at a field show, sometimes takes 1 to 3 meals plus snacks, about 120 people, so it's just a drive-through McDonald's. But the Booster Club is extremely proud to support our directors and instructors and our students to provide what's necessary to get them to competition and get them to be safe at the competition. As you'll see and hear about tonight, the GHS Tartan Band and Pageantry is comprised of many groups, different ensembles, and the countless hours of rehearsal, unwavering dedication of our students are evident in this season, as you've already kind of heard through the band reviews and field competitions. This season, they've had top honors, and as already mentioned, received the $4,000 cash prize at the Ballroom Park Christmas Parade. And if you haven't seen it, it's in the e-program. They were also featured on a billboard on the 10 freeway at the Francisquito exit in Ballroom Park. We also like to extend our sincere appreciation to our Director of Bands, Mr. Erick Quintanilla. In just a year and a half with our community, your expertise, passion, and leadership has made a remarkable impact on our students. Musical growth and professional development. We are grateful for your vision and dedication and look forward to with excitement of what the future holds under your leadership. And we also want to thank the district for choosing Mr. Q to lead this program. Now, I only have 18 more pages, so just, I'm almost done. We'd also proudly like to thank and recognize our Director of Pageantry. Mrs. Linda Bergslien, who's celebrating 30 years with this program. You're probably going to hear this a lot more tonight too, but her expertise, commitment, and lasting influence has shaped generations of students in here in Glendora. And also a special shout out to the class of 76 who celebrated some band people from 1976 celebrating their 50-year reunion, so we'd like to congratulate them. As previously mentioned, I'd like to thank the many instructors the boosters are able to contract with to work closely with our students. We have a sincere appreciation goes to Preston Shepard, the drill instructor, Gary Erick, street instruction, Max Solsay, drumline, Abigail Bond, and Daniel Espinoza, front ensemble, Renee Guzman and Jacqueline Sherry, pageantry, Jen DeBar and JJ Gonzalez, pipe band, and Gerson Reyes, jazz and Latin percussion. Your talent and leadership, what you see right up here. So, thank you. And finally, to our parents, volunteers, family members, and friends, thank you for providing water, assisting with uniforms and grooming, to transporting equipment, running chuck wagon, the 123 mules, and handling countless other responsibilities. Your support is truly extraordinary. And then also, besides your time and energy, the generous contributions of nearly 60% of our budget comes right from our parents. So without you, this, thank you. Thank you so much. I'd also like to personally thank our Booster Executive Board. Marlene Govia, VP of Travel, Dulce Salinas, VP of Communications, Stephanie Plant, VP of Fundraising, Veronica Aguilar, Treasurer, Michelle Hernandez, Financial Secretary, and Sarah Shue, Secretary. It is a true honor to work with you all, and your passion is seen with the work that you do. I know sometimes it's kind of a thankless job, but this executive board has this band at heart. So I thank you, and we thank you. In closing, 18 pages, I'm almost done. And in closing, thank you again for being here tonight. Your presence and continued support keeps this program moving forward, now and well into the foreseeable future. To ensure our students stay competitive, which is becoming more difficult, more expensive if you've ever been to a field competition, there's still important work ahead, and we invite you, the community, to stay engaged, spread the word, and stand alongside us to help our students strive for excellence and pursue top honors. Please enjoy the show.
The next selection you will hear is a three-movement work written by Carl Hammer and Ethan Niles. This work was performed by the Glendora Tartan Marching Band and Pageantry during the 2025 Marching Band competition season. The Tartan Band and Pageantry traveled through Southern California, proudly representing the community of Glendora, earning many awards in the 4A division at the Claremont, Downey, Los Altos, and South Hills field tournaments. Congratulations to all of the students on their hard work, growth, and success throughout the field season. The Band and Pageantry program would like to dedicate our field show this evening to our visual caption head, Mr. Preston Shepard. We're honored to have Preston on our staff. He's a studio musician who plays the French horn and has played on many soundtracks for films, including Zootopia 2 and Avatar 2. And now, round of applause, that's great. Ladies and gentlemen, under the leadership of drum major Samuel Tapia, the Glendora Tartan Band and Pageantry presents Highland Echoes.
Let's hear it one more time for the Glendora bands and Pageantry. Also, what about the performance by La Banda, the mariachi group that performed as you waited in line outside? That was outstanding as well. Wonderful program, wonderful addition. A few other items besides our incredible visual and performing arts programs that we want to celebrate this evening that occurred during the first semester for Glendora High School are: Glendora High School is ranked as one of the top 30 high schools in all of Southern California. 25, in fact. Our aviation program produced its first licensed pilot, Maddox Allen, 11th grader. We look forward to many more. And girls flag football in just its second season advanced all the way to the CIF semifinals, as did the boys water polo for the first time in their history. Now the moment you've all, well, maybe a few of you, have been waiting for. It's time to share some musically inspired jokes with our audience. Dr. Prince, why don't you get us started?
Okay. My friend is in a band called Duvet.
Oh, I've heard of that.
They're a cover band. Thank you so much.
I just recently learned what a duvet was. It took me all these years. Thank you for that. How many, this is really for Mr. Quintanilla, I think. How many concert masters does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know.
Just one, but it takes 4 movements. You're getting it. You're getting it. We love it.
All right, where do music-loving cats go for vacation? Singapore.
Very nice. Marine biologists have discovered a group of killer whales that keep on meeting up and playing music together. They called it an orchestra. Oh yeah, you saw that. You saw that one too. Ooh, very good. This could be personal. This one could be personal.
This could be personal. I apologize in advance. I found a Justin Bieber concert ticket nailed to a tree, so I took it, because you never know when you need a good nail.
I like the Beeb. I really like the Beeb. Beeb's a good guy. I joined a band called the 999 Megabytes. We haven't got a gig yet.
I tried to make my online password drum set, but the website rejected it. The error message said the password cannot contain symbols.
And finally, I know some of you will cheer for that. Jen, do you want to ask the last question?
Sure, why not? What do most people say after hearing too many musical dad jokes?
Saying that now. These jokes are so bad I can't handle them. Handle? Very good. Thankfully, the musicians are back on stage and ready to go.
Of Mr. Quintanilla performing Firebirds, the Glendora Concert Band.
Thank you to our Glendora concert band for that fine performance. Let's give it to them one more time. We're blessed to have this next individual work with our musicians on a daily basis. It's only been, as was said earlier, just a short year and a half that he's been with us, but he's added an outstanding piece, day in and day out, to our band and pageantry program. Mr. Erick, Quintanilla, our director of band.
All right, everybody, good evening. Hope you guys are enjoying our 56th annual Bandorama. The kids are working very hard, yeah. So tonight you'll notice that we're dedicating our pieces to instructors, the family, the community, with the music that we're making tonight. Some of our pieces highlight the instructors' talents and stories in an effort to thank them for the work they do with your students every day. Our next piece is in honor of someone that has spent 30 years in Glendora as an instructor, teacher, and mentor. And 50 years ago, she performed this very show here at Glendora High School. The Glendora Wind Ensemble, featuring our color guard, dedicates this next piece, selections from Mary Poppins, to our very own Mary Poppins, Mrs. Linda Bergslien. So, we've had an incredible year, from performances at the Los Angeles Coliseum with the USC Marching Band. That was a big highlight. Their band director lives here in Glendora, by the way. He's come out to visit us, very cool. To our hometown parade here in Glendora. We're proud of every performance, and the students have done a fantastic job. This year, we also took a trip to Washington, D.C. and represented the community of Glendora and the state of California at the National 4th of July Parade. We would like to thank, big round of applause for the students. It was a huge task. We'd like to thank our boosters, the community, you guys, for helping us reach the goal. We'll pay tribute to that trip at the end of the show. So if you hang out and you give them big applause, we'll play something in honor of that 4th of July parade for you at the end. And we'd also, so before we play our next number, I'd like to thank the Glendora Education Foundation, Citrus College. My friend Gino Munoz, who he's a professor here, has done a fantastic job with helping us put the program together as well. And if you miss any moments or you want to recapture your moments, right back here in the audience is the world famous Music 213. They'll be on YouTube, so this show will be broadcast there on YouTube for the entirety of time. Okay, so you can enjoy it later as well. All right.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here and celebrating our 56th Bandorama this evening. And thank the parents, thank our community for your support. We could not do this without you, and we are so blessed to work with these amazing students. I would like to recognize all of the past directors of the Glendora Tartan Band and Pageantry, Mr. Asherman, Mr. Curtis, Mr. Scott, the late Mr. Gordon Norman, Mr. John Mitchell, John Briscoe, Richard Massaro, Greg Solomon, Mrs. Potter, Mr. Frank Berry, Mr. Scott Schwartz, Terry Lee, and our current amazing director that we are so blessed to have, Mr. Erick Quintanilla. We are grateful for their talents, their time and dedication in making our program what it continues to be today. We would like to recognize our alumni. When asked to stand and be recognized, please remain standing until we are finished with this part of the program. Would the Glendora High School class of 2025 alumni please stand and remain standing. I would proudly like to ask my teammates and my classmates from the class of 1976 that are here this evening to please stand and be recognized. I don't know where 50 years has gone. I cannot possibly be that old. We are celebrating our 50th anniversary and preparing for our 50th reunion. I would like all other Glendora alumni to please stand and remain standing. Probably that includes my 2 children and my son-in-law. I would also like all current and past, everyone should still be standing, all current and past band boosters and parents of Glendora alumni to please stand. This is our Glendora family that we are so blessed to be a part of. This is our legacy that you are all a part of. And now, please join us in singing your Glendora High School alma mater.
everybody. So this is our jazz band. We have our band splits up into, in the color guard, we split up into about 10 groups all year. If you look at our schedule, it's crazy, but it's because we have a wind ensemble, concert band, jazz band, drum line, color guard, light band. So like you folks know. So I've actually taken count. The jazz band does the basketball games too, so they're technically a pep band. The marching band turns into a pep band and a competitive group, right? And that competitive group splits into two, which is the marching band that goes out and does the parades, and then the one does the field show. We got a lot of things going on, right? So yeah, so in all that time, we've got this jazz band. It's a fantastic group. So you can hear some great numbers. And this next one is called Orange Colored Sky, and it features our vocalist, Hosna Jabalameli. We've been dedicating some of these tunes to our coaches. This next one is dedicated to our very own pipe band instructor, Mrs. Jen DeBar. Yeah, give her a round of applause. So she's an alumni. She's a world-class grade 1 piper, and I give her a lot of credit for the amazing work she does with our bagpipe group. And she's an incredible person. So one day we're having rehearsal in jazz band. She walks in and she's like, "Mr. Q, be cool if you could play What Is Hip. You know that tune?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I kind of know that tune." So we're playing What Is Hip by Tower of Power in honor of Mrs. Jen DeBar. right, and on guitar on that one, Axel Andino. And trumpet, Samuel Tapia. Saxophone, Vincent Azize. And on trombone, Hadi Yassin. All right, our last number here for the jazz band, but not our last number for the entire show. We got a lot more show to go. This next one is dedicated to our amazing pageantry coach, Mr. Rene Guzman. So Rene's an alumni. He's an incredible young person, and he does great work with our students. We're very proud of him. This next tune will feature our trumpet player, Noah Huang, and our pianist, Catherine Delavan. And it's titled Furioso.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Glendora Jazz Band. Featured soloist, again, Hosna Jabalameli on vocals, Axel Andino on guitar, yes, please give it up. Samuel Tapia on trumpet, Vincent Azize on alto saxophone, Hadi Yassin on trombone, Noah Wang on trumpet, and Catherine Delavan on the piano. Once again, we did spot an additional distinguished guest that's with us tonight, the Glendora Mayor. The Mayor of Glendora, David Friedenhall. Ladies and gentlemen, David's out there in the audience. Thank you for being here. At this time, we would like to recognize and dedicate the senior pipe feature to J.J. Gonzalez. JJ is an alumni of the Glendora Marching Band and Pipe Band program and has been our pipe drum instructor for the last 3 years. We are honored to have him as part of our staff. And now, the class of 2026 senior pipe band members playing the senior pipe band set.
For those who know me well, they know I am passionate about every student connecting to their school site. And for many, the arts is that important connection. It certainly was for my own son. Over the years, Glendora Unified has supported and valued visual and performing arts for our students. We had a budget crisis years ago, and many neighboring districts had to cut their visual and performing arts programs. Fortunately, Glendora values our arts, and we were able to work with our longtime partners, the Glendora Education Foundation, to continue funding and maintain our amazing VAPA programs. Now with Proposition 28, we've been able to offer elementary art for all students in grades 1 through 3, hosted in our GEF-funded STEAM labs, and the amazing addition of mariachi at GHS. In addition, we've been able to provide new uniforms and instruments for our band and pageantry programs, and the support of our wonderful VAPA coordinating teacher, Mrs. Ria Kubota, who I cannot see but is somewhere in this audience supporting them tonight. Besides these monetary supports, we're also very grateful that our board members support our programs by attending these events. I also want to thank you, our families, for supporting not only our programs, but your students individually. It's a lot of work running them around and having all these different practices, and we appreciate you very much. At this time, I'd like to welcome back Mr. Quintanilla.
All right, everybody. So our next two pieces are dedicated to family. The first piece, our wind ensemble, will play this special meaning to me as an educator. Igor Stravinsky's piece, The Firebird Suite. I'd like to dedicate this one to my family, who followed me on this journey and has taken a big step, moving out here, taking new jobs, having new friends, going to new schools. And I'll add that my son will, in May, be a Glendora graduate, so I join the family in that way as well. The second piece our wind ensemble will play is dedicated to all of you, the booster parents, the parents that are out here, our alumni. The title is Scottish Portrait. It has a beautiful rendition of Scotland the Brave, and when I heard the piece, I thought about the community, and I was like, this would be a beautiful thing to present to all of you, and that'll be the second piece. And up to conduct that piece will be my good friend and colleague, Mr. Preston Shepard, who's an alumni of several generations. His father, his brother, himself, all drum majors, and now his son plays in the band as well. So up first, the finale from the Firebird Suite.
ladies and gentlemen, the Glendora Pipers and Scottish Dancers.
Mr. Preston Shepherd and the wind ensemble.
Thank you, Mr. now is the time. I think I have some petrified pipers and some scared Scottish dancers, but it is now the time to welcome them back, the Glendora Pipers and Scottish Dancers.
wonderful photo ops. I'll be back shortly, so keep them down. Continuing to rekindle a very old tradition, the Glendora fight song, also known as Sons of the Tartans. This was written over 65 years ago. The words were once on the wall of our GHS gym. You will find the words in your program. Please join us in singing the Glendora fight song.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Glendora Tartan Bands and Pageantry. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the Glendora Tartan Bands and Pageantry. That was a wonderful rendition of the 56th annual Bandorama. We'll see you back here next year for the 57th. Thank you so much and have a great night.